Hey guys, welcome to Degenerate Nation Podcast. We're at episode 279 with our special guests, Corey G and Patrice. What's up, Corey G?
Hey, how's it going?
Tell us where you're from again.
I'm from the Midwest, man, the heart of COVID.
Fuck yeah, COVID Central. And from movie 80s movie graveyard, right?
Movie graveyard. The movie graveyard, www.mvegraveyard.com.
That's right.
And hosting a new podcast called Slash Me Baby one more time with Cherry Moon Zombie from Canada.
That's the greatest fucking podcast name.
It is.
Oh, she came up with it. I can't take any credit.
Hey, take credit for having good taste.
Oh man, she came up with everything. She made the theme music. She came up with the name. I mean, the idea was hers. I'm just the fucking dude along for the ride, trying to convince this chick from Canada to watch Movie Violations.
Are you? It's like you're gonna quit when
we don't
she watches
videotape
it.
this, but I'm holding up a Movie Violations DVD.
That's right. Who's in that?
It's John Murray because they couldn't afford Bill Murray, so they paid him to act like Bill, and then it had like really young Jennifer Tilly in it too, before she had fake boobs and blonde hair.
Damn, wasn't Don Cheadle in it too?
Yeah, he was the hamburger guy at the drive-thru and all the cars went through. Love that movie. I saw that movie as like a fucking kid in the theater.
So
to this day, I love it. I've made my wife watch it. I've made my kid watch it.
Nice.
It's awesome.
It's like, is it one of those 80s PG that's really a strong PG-13?
I think it's a strong PG-13. Let me look. I got the box.
Is there any nudity in it?
PG-13. No, nothing memorable. Just
nothing memorable. Just some dick. Just dumb.
Like Shelley Kellerman is like some crazed S&M judge, and she's like dressed in a sex outfit.
Nice.
Like banging.
Don Cheadle's dick down to the floor in the background.
Jeez, an afterthought in it.
Cheadle's canned heat.
You've never seen it?
No.
It's on. You know what? I don't condone piracy because of this massive.
I'll fucking pirate it. Yeah.
But it's on YouTube. Just watch it on YouTube. I mean, I guarantee you, it is one of the funniest movies you'll ever watch.
Nice.
It's even got the "Where's the Beef" lady in it, for Christ's
what?
sake.
Where's the beef?
Better than that.
So it must have came out in 87? 88?
It is. I put on my glasses. I can't see without them. 1986.
So close.
That's a good
poll. Because the Wendy's
very
commercial, I believe, was like 84, 85, 86. So she would have been cast after that, because that's your big break. The Wendy's is like you're dipping your toes in the water, but the commercial just happened to be huge, and she probably saw hardly any money from that. But she got that moving violations check, motherfucker.
Got the movie. And then she got fired from Wendy's because she did the pizza commercial where she went, "Where's the sauce?" And Wendy's fired her fucking. And Dave Thomas from Wendy's fired that old lady's ass after that.
Wow.
I remember that. Yeah.
Stone cold.
Damn. And they ended the campaign then, right?
Home. Huh?
They ended that campaign after there's the "Where's the sauce?"
Oh yeah, yeah. Cause she was doing another commercial like, "Where's the sauce?" And all that shit. They were like, you know what? Fuck this old hag. And Dave Thomas and his Square Burgers went on to make billions.
He's great.
I
had his biography on. I've checked it out from the library. I read like 2 chapters.
Really?
I was notorious for reading a couple chapters and I'm like,
it's
that was
okay.
a good book.
I'm trying to think if the "Where's the Beef" lady had any other gigs like, "Where's the lube?
Where's the lube?
Where are the condoms?"
We don't like condoms.
Sauce.
Yeah.
And in Moving Violations, she came out of the airport terminal and went, "Where's the bags?"
I love
I
it.
wonder how much she made.
We can look it up probably.
Like people's net worth.
We can Bing it. Yeah, we actually did a whole episode where we joked about people's net worth, like Jaleel White and shit. And
he's got to be worth a lot.
Yeah, it was like 7 million or I don't pulling that out of my ass. But Don McClane, we looked up his net worth, and it was like $50 million just from fucking American Pie. I hate that song.
God, that's on a list of songs like every time it comes on, you never want to fucking hear it.
They should play it in Guantanamo, if that's still a place. Is that still a place?
It's still a place.
That song is so bad they didn't play it in the fucking movie American Pie. I mean, what is that?
Yeah. They probably couldn't get the rights because he's so fucking rich. He's probably like, nah, you ain't butchering my song that was already butchered.
As much as I fucking hate Chris Klein because I know him, I love the movie American Pie.
You hate Chris Klein?
Oh, yeah, he's from my town. He went to school like right in the other district from me when they were filming American Pie.
Oh,
Really?
No, they were filming Election because I remember I was like trying to like crazy find Reese Witherspoon because she was hot, but
yeah.
that didn't work out. So a few years later, I stalked Shannon Doherty, and then I did actually meet her. So that was fucking awesome. She signed my napkin.
Ooh.
Nice. I bet you still got the napkin.
Fuck yeah, I do.
I'd frame that shit.
Shannon Doherty was hot as hell, man.
Yeah.
Can't remember
If
about
I
it.
ever
That bar
if I
for
ever
2
got
weeks until
like
I met her.
a week to live, I would masturbate into that napkin for sure.
Oh, absolutely. How about Shannon? How about Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie?
Oh.
She did that topless scene.
She was pretty hot. American Pie's a funny ass movie. I remember I showed that to my kid when he was like 7.
You're like, right here, son. This is what bolt-ons look like. Shannon
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Fuck, my wife showed him Revenge of the Nerds when he was like 5.
That's worse. That one's like
Right.
more intense, like because of the rape
Oh,
scene
it's
that
got
we
a
talked
rape
about.
scene.
Yeah, it has
There's
a total rape scene.
There's a rape scene in Revenge of the Nerds?
Well,
I don't remember
yeah,
that from that movie.
It's
at
not
all.
intended as a rape scene, but it is a literal rape scene because Keith Carradine, is it Keith Carradine?
Robert Carradine.
Robert Carradine, that's the Lewis like tricks that girl on the moon bounce into having sex with him because he copies the costume of her boyfriend. The
he steals the
douchebag.
mask.
So
Yeah.
it was all a guys.
Yeah, so she fucks
rape
someone
theory.
thinking it's someone else, and that's rape.
That's textbook rape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he takes the fucking mask off. She's like, "You're that nerd." She's like, "Are all nerds as good as you?" You know, but back then that was funny.
Yeah.
Now,
I
if
remember
you did that now,
Like I showed my kid that movie, and like I'm queuing through the panty raid, I'm queuing through the rape, and I'm queuing through all this stuff because he's heard me talk about it and everything. I come home from because he was sick, so I showed it to him. I was like, "Oh, my 5-year-old's sick. I'll show him Revenge of the Nerds." Queue through all this shit. I come home from work the next day because my wife has stayed home with him, and my kid looks at me. Fucking the minute I go from work, "Dad, I saw some boobs." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, I was like, "Honey, what did you do?" And she's like, "Well, I just assumed you showed him everything. I didn't queue through nothing." So I was like, "All right, from here on out, son, you're now a man."
Yeah.
So I didn't queue through anything.
My
after
first
that.
manly experience was Die Hard 3 in the theater. So I was like, I think I was like 11. I had just turned 11, so it was approaching that time, you know.
what was the theme of the third one? I can't. Or the
Money,
plot.
get more money.
Or not, okay, theme plot. Like the first one's hotel.
It was the brother of Hans Gruber.
Oh,
No, it was an office building. Was the first one. I've been to that building, like right outside of it. It's in L.A.
is it?
Nakatomi
Nakatomi
Plaza is the
Plaza?
Fox building. Yeah. Well, I don't know what they call it now because there's like no. Oh, I don't know if I can't remember if it was Fox, 20th Century Fox, which doesn't exist anymore. It's now Disney something or other.
It's just renamed Fox. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I think it's 20th Century.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Die Hard's a good movie.
Die Hard's
So I
great.
remember
The second one's
Die Hard
okay.
was
The
good.
third one, uneven but pretty good. And the other ones, the fourth one was fun to watch, but it wasn't very good. And I didn't watch the fifth one.
The fifth
The
one.
second one's my favorite, actually. I like 2 better than 1.
Oh yeah,
What
the
was-
fake Dulles Airport.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's got the
fake
dad
dolls.
from Good Times. It's got Franco Nero from all those rape movies and Revenge or Enter the Ninja. I mean, it's way
With
better.
was that the bad guy? Was the guy from the rape movies?
Yeah, the guy that was in the plane, the main terrorist.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
Yeah, that's Franco Nero.
Oh okay.
And he made all those great Italian movies back in the 70s.
How about the
And then Enter the
reboot?
Ninja, they dubbed his voiceover.
So what's that?
The reboot of Die Hard? What was it? Live Free or Die Hard?
No, that was just Die Hard 4.
That's just like 4 or 5.
Five?
The one with
Yeah.
this
Oh,
kid,
Yeah, the one with this kid. Yeah.
that was 5. Yeah, Live
It's-
Free or Die Hard was 4. That was the one with Timothy Olyphant. Then the I don't know, fucking Good Day to Die or whatever.
Yeah.
That was his son. Yeah, that was the 5th one.
Man,
Yeah.
From
Die Hard
Make
6 is
Die
lit.
already is what they need to make.
Mm-hmm. They gotta kill him off.
You know what? The one to watch is Skyscraper. That's with Anna Nicole Smith.
I saw you posted that.
Oh man,
How bad is it?
It's awesome. I need to watch it again. I told my wife, I was like, we have to watch this because I have the disc.
Yeah.
And all I remember 2 things. One, there's like they couldn't afford like a big building, so it's like a high-rise hotel that she's got to do anything like stop all these terrorists in. But in the first 5 minutes, she takes a bath.
What?
Fuck
So
yeah, that's
instead of
worth
like fist
$20.
with your toes, it's like let's take a fucking bath.
Yeah, she had to take because she had a hard day of flying the helicopter. She had to go home and take a bath.
She flies a helicopter?
She was dirty.
Yeah.
That's the logical next step.
Why do they think that
The
people would watch
hottest
it?
fucking woman in the world is what she was.
She wasn't bad.
No, she was gorgeous. And then she did another one called, God, I can't remember. I think she only did like 3 or 4 movies. She did
I didn't know she did
3.
one movie.
I didn't know she was in any movies. I just know she died.
Yeah.
She's dead as shit.
She apparently did Naked Gun 33 1/3, the final insult.
Yeah, that was when she was thin. And then Skyscraper, she was thin. And she did another one where she was thin. Then she got really fat and did the reality. She's still fucking hot. I don't care. She got really fat and did the reality show. And then she got thin and did a trim spot commercial and then fucking died.
Well, it's because you went thin, bigger, not big. She wasn't even that big. She was fine.
She was more voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
No, she was fucking straight up fat for a while. I don't care. She was hot.
How'd she die? Did she overdose?
Drugs.
Some type of drugs, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be as fat. I'm the fat chick thriller. I make the fat chick swoon, baby.
Ooh. when you dress as Lorenzo Lamas? Is that when you made
that? But yeah.
Well, back then, like, because you could be like, Lorenzo doesn't have his hair anymore, so this is me now. I'm Lorenzo.
What's fucking creepy is, like, after I interviewed him, like, my wife is like, let's watch Renegade again, because I have, like, the disc set. I was like, I like Renegade. It was fucking awesome. I'll watch it again. And we watch it. She sits there. God, he was so hot. It was like,
she tricked you, man.
Put on a fucking wig or something? What the hell?
Hey, whatever she's into, man.
You got to make it work.
They say happy wife, happy life.
That's about
and
it.
If that what you need to do is quiet wife, happy life. Yeah. If she quietly pretends that you're Lorenzo Lamas when you make love, then that's the price you have to pay. Because you're a true renegade.
I'm the real renegade.
Yeah. Just say it was based on me.
I'm really a bounty hunter, ladies. I gotta keep this quiet. Wait, how drunk are you again? You know, like that. So, I had hair back then. It's all right.
How long was your hair?
It was pretty fucking long, man.
Dude,
it was longer than his was.
That's awesome.
Earrings, all kinds of shit.
Okay.
Could you rock a ponytail?
Hell yeah. My kid's got a ponytail now. Jesus wanted my forehead to get some space, so I had to make room for it.
We got to talk about some reboots and recastings because, as you know, the entertainment community and human community lost someone yesterday. Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther. How soon before people are going to jump on, Hollywood jumps on recasting him in the Marvel movies? And I think he has a movie coming out with produced by Denzel Washington and stuff.
But they jumped on that shit yesterday. There's already fucking bootleg sites selling the shirts where it's like, Wakanda forever. You know, no money going to his fucking family. But
that's fucked up.
People already were like, what are we going to do for Black Panther 2? It's like, well, let's be honest. Black Panther 1, as a comic collector, fucking wasn't that good. The best character in that movie was the Killmonger, who they killed. Let's bring him back from the dead and give him the fucking suit.
Who played the Killmonger?
Who played
Creed, man. What's his name? Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, that's right.
When did they kill him off?
He was cool in that movie. I thought he was cool.
Really good. Yeah. I mean, because he was like, I want to take this technology, I want to go beat the fuck out of people, and you killed my father, and he was like a sympathetic bad guy, where this other guy's like, I keep everything hidden and keep the cure for cancer to myself. It's like, hey man, fuck you.
Yeah, so there's some complexities there. You know, but I just hope it's not like John Boyega or something.
No,
you know it's gonna be. You know it's gonna be John Boyega.
I don't know. I think I am not a big fan of John Boyega. I thought he did a mediocre job as Finn in Star Wars. I thought it was mediocre enough to the point where I don't care to see what other things he's done film-wise.
Yeah.
And I think casting him, that'd be terrible. I'd rather see Will Smith as the next Black Panther.
What about Jaden Smith?
What about Urkel?
Jaleel White. He can do it. He's ripped. Have you seen him?
Who? The guy that played Urkel?
Yeah, Jaleel White is pounding it, man.
Man, no, I have not.
Need to do it right, he kills the bad guy. He turns like, "Did I do that?" That theater would explode.
And he's like, he's struggling to put his arms up in the Wakanda for everything. He does like a weird salute that's like inappropriate or something. Great.
I got a better one for you. What about Reginald Van Johnson? The cop from Die Hard and the fucking dad.
Fuck yeah,
from,
Old Panther.
That would be the way to do it. Yeah.
And he plays him as old and gay, because he is old and gay. So.
Have you ever seen the fake trailer for Shaq Panther where Shaq playing?
No.
Black Panther?
Oh, that would be
Burning the
great.
Fucking pictures of fucking what's his name, Barkley. That's funny, man.
My
That's a Black Panther movie.
our associate Luther Danger suggested Kanye.
No.
That'd be a weird script, man. That guy wouldn't get half of it right.
Yeah, he had something for Men in Black 4. It was, let me pull this up here. It was...
You know what that should have been, bro?
What's
you know
that?
what it was supposed to be? That was supposed to be Tatum and what's that guy's name? Jonah Hill. Like 23, they were do 23 Jump Street, and it was going to end where they became the new Men in Black. And I was like all psyched, and Channing Tatum decided he didn't want to do that, so I'm back to hating him again.
Oh, man, because he was so good in those movies. Like,
Those
it's
Fucking meathead and a half.
August Alsina. So the person who had an affair with Jada Pinkett Smith could be Agent J in Men in Black 4, Men in Your Wife.
See, I don't know who you could do to Black Panther, though, man, because you got to get somebody fairly young.
Yeah, who's already done something.
Idris Elba would be awesome.
But they already have him as in the Thor's friend, though, in the Marvel universe.
He's the gatekeeper.
Yeah, but he had the weird eyes though. So if you have a normalize Idris,
Normalize his normal eyes.
Yeah, it'd be
I
fine.
would just be like, the Black Panther's dead. I mean, like I said, in the comics, it's Shuri. But what I would do personally, I'd be like, I don't want to be the Black Panther. Let's put the costume on Jason Statham.
It's white Black Panther.
It's the white-ish Black Panther.
That's right. I think they're
Oh my
looking
God.
at Statham for a Marvel movie, but I can't remember which one. Some people said Daredevil, but he's too old for that.
Yeah, he's
They
like
got the
50
perfect
something,
Daredevil
right?
Anyway.
Statham is
Yeah, they do.
perfectly happy just making Fast and Furious after Fast and
And
Furious
Transporter
movie.
9.
And Transporter 9 where, "Oi, what's in the bag? It's not a dead body. Oh, are you sure? I'm the transporter. I don't
Fast
ask
and
rules."
Furious are the greatest fucking movies ever made, in my opinion.
Is that the series that has his heart
That's
won't
Crank.
stop? Oh, Crank.
Crank.
And he's like fucking Amy Smart in broad daylight and
Yeah,
shit.
at the racetrack, yeah.
Amy
Murder
Smart has made a
racetrack.
lot of money being very good. Very solid. I approve of Amy
I
Smart.
agree. What was it? Road Trip? Was
Road
that?
Trip?
Oh,
Yep.
classic.
I love Road Trip.
I think
Varsity Blues? Was she in that?
Yes, yeah, was she?
Ironically, Paul Walker was in Varsity Blues
Oh,
too.
yeah, dude.
Oh,
It's come full circle.
Poor guy.
yeah.
The Paul Walker movie, he made, because of course, he's only made a few good movies. I thought Running Scared was badass. I thought the one with Alba was good. But he made this one called Brick Mansions, which is a remake of District B13, like this parkour movie from, I can't remember what country it's from. That's actually a really good movie. Like, anybody should check that out.
Brick Mansions rings a bell, but I think the one with Alba, was that like Into the Blue or
Into the
something?
Yeah.
Blue, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good movie.
it's a good movie. It's
Is it
like
a shark movie?
no, it's not a shark movie. That's like Deep Blue. That's
All the
some-
thing with blue,
like-
I'm getting confused.
Like, sea drivers looking for treasure. Jessica Alba's in a bathing suit for the entire movie.
and there's
Is a
a
Walker in
couple-
it? Is it
Walker's-
Alba gets almost naked in it?
Well, they're like
Do they fuck?
There's probably some like
fucking.
soft. There's like some very softcore makeup.
Can you see like some fur
No, but
from either of them?
I can see the DVD from here, from where I'm sitting.
Is there like an indication if there's dead Paul Walker fur? Like, if there's a little bit of pubes on there?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man, because those are I'm not a car guy, and those are my favorite movies in the world.
They're cool. Like, I saw the fifth one. The only one I saw all the way through was the fifth one. I was
Fast
like,
Five.
that was fucking good, dude.
I forget the plot, man.
Me too.
We're robbing the vault. We're going to see, we're always opening night and everything, and me and my wife are there. Man, when old Paul Walker, like, first he's telling me, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna retire, and I'm sitting there like, oh, Paul Walker doing good and all that, and then at the end when him and Vin Diesel drive away, I'm sitting there like, my wife's like, you okay? I was like, no.
That end scene though, I remember, like, I was never a huge Fast and Furious guy. I like Tokyo Drift and the first two. Those are classics.
Well, you like the Tokyo Drift, those type of cars?
Well, I don't know. Tokyo Drift,
Those
it was a different
Hondas?
character, and there was like a slightly different approach to like.
He's on CSI New Orleans now.
Yeah,
that guy.
he's like the guy with really thick accent.
Well, you
Drift.
This is my ride. Like, I hated that fucking kid. But yeah, like, the movies are like, yeah, like, for some reason, like, I don't give a shit about cars. I'm not, like, a gearhead or anything. Those movies, man, I think my favorite movies, yeah, I'm like, when he died, I remember reading the news, and I'm like, I gotta post this to my website. Man, this is sad. I was, like, all depressed and shit.
Yeah, no, I was like, he
how
died in a
emotional
car
that
accident? That's
is.
fucking sad. Like, and ironic.
He just, I mean, he always came across as like the most genuine, likable dude.
Yeah.
Seemed to play. His characters always kind of reflected. It was like himself. It's almost like a little bit of, like Brad Pitt's kind of the same way. It's always like himself.
A little Tyler Durden in him.
Yeah. Just
It's awesome.
Yeah, Pitt's great.
I don't know. I always liked Paul Walker. It is fitting that he went out.
Boseman too. Like,
I did too.
The dude fucking he communicated with kids that were basically they had terminal cancer, and they were like hanging on to watch fucking Black Panther come out, and then they died. And he's talking about this in like an interview, and then the whole time he had cancer. The whole time.
I didn't even know the guy was sick or anything.
Yeah.
My wife was like, and I'll tell you how dumb I am. I was like, Chad Busselman died. I was like, who the fuck is that? And she's like, Black Panther. Oh, that dude. I was like, he was sick? I thought he got hit by a bus or something. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, man, that's some scary shit, man. To have it for that many years, and because he was filming those movies.
Yeah, with colon cancer.
I mean,
That's terrible.
fuck, man. The testament.
My mom had colorectal cancer. She's in remission now. Just plugging my mom real quick.
Yeah, plugging your mom.
Yeah, metaphorically.
Okay.
But
Black Panther.
that's
Black Panther.
dude. I mean,
Panther.
most people that have colon cancer, you have to have a colostomy bag.
Yeah.
So imagine him doing all those stunts, and then he just has a colostomy bag of shit like swishing around.
Holy shit, man.
That's terrible.
Dude.
You know how does somebody mash up the thing where he kind of like fades away and into the ashes in Infinity Wars yet? Do a tribute.
Great movie.
No,
That's
they
a great
didn't.
movie. That's one of the better. I think action comic movies or action movies. Period. I think mine's favorite is Dark Knight, and then I'd say Infinity War was second.
I hate Dark Knight. Batman's like my fucking hero. It has been since I was 5. I hate all the Nolan movies, but
Really?
I remember
Really?
I fucking hate them.
Batman Begins is fantastic.
No, it's fucking dog shit, man. Okay, for
What?
starters, you gotta fucking Ra's al Ghul. His name's Ra's al Ghul. It ain't fucking Ra's al Ghul. So this multi-million-dollar movie gets the fucking name wrong. An Arabic guy played by a fucking English guy, Liam Neeson. Then you got Batman, who's walking around like he's got throat cancer. That's even worse yet. The origin of Batman is he's fucking rich, so he hires the best driver, the best fighter, the best, everything drivers to train him. He didn't get trained by no fucking group of ninjas. The League of Assassins aren't even ninjas. So like I was like comic nerd, like hating it to begin with. And the movie starts and he gets a car. It's like a fucking tank to walk around. Hey, I'm gonna go do this. I was like,
Where is she? Where are your dogs going?
all three of those Christopher Nolan's the worst fucking director in Hollywood, man.
That's a
Let's
Nolan
go,
sound.
big bass sound.
I'm gonna shoot all my movies in gray and revolutionize Hollywood. That's Christopher Nolan. Zack Snyder's made at least one good movie. Nolan made one good movie. Memento's a good movie.
What about did
Pie
Nolan
is
do?
good too.
Nolan didn't do Inception, did he?
Was Pie him or was that
Yeah, he did
Aronofsky?
Inception.
I thought Inception was good. I was
Oh,
like,
wait, no, Pie was Aronofsky. What's that?
Inception was better.
That was James Bond on acid. That's all that was.
I mean, I
Emphasis
don't know
on the
if it
acid.
was this top was still spinning, what that even meant. So it was like, well, it was fun. You got it. And it was like that was a head trip, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, what do you
I
expect?
didn't really think about it much afterwards. Whereas like Dark Knight, I was like, I fucking loved it. But I see where you're coming from, though. at the same time, but it doesn't change my opinion
Like,
of it. But
Joker doesn't have scarred lips. The Joker doesn't walk around like that guy was a heroin addicted bank robber. Played a hell of a good part, but he wasn't the Joker. And I guess my other bitch is if you're gonna make a Batman movie and you're gonna make it 2.5 hours long, let's have Batman in it for more than 15 fucking minutes.
Yeah, good point. I mean, I see
As
where you're coming
Batman,
from,
yeah.
and actually that kind of changes my view a little bit on them. I don't know. I think it maybe because I saw those movies when I was a little bit younger. I'm a fair bit younger than both of you lads, and so they were like, I don't know. The cinematography was cool. It was absolutely overdone, and the voice. Is hysterical. I don't know if you've ever seen, you know who the comedian Pete Holmes is, but Pete Holmes does these bits.
yeah, he's pretty good.
About the voice, and it was a College Humor sketches, while College Humor was still somewhat decent of like a content creator. They're fucking hilarious.
They were good.
The best Batman is still Adam West.
Adam West. What about what's that? Go ahead.
Val
Sorry.
Kilmer was awesome too.
Fuck yeah, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's gonna be Willow too, right? In the Willow sequel.
Yeah, he is.
They
The
good
town from
because
fucking herpes.
they should never reboot Willow, and they should definitely continue the saga or have a prequel because Willow is a fucking masterpiece. I think it is George Lucas's best contribution. I like it better than all 3 Indiana Jones movies, and I like it better than all the Star Wars movies, including Empire Strikes Back.
I hate Star Wars, but I remember seeing Raiders of the Lost Ark like when I was a little kid and being just like mesmerized.
Oh,
by
it's great.
That.
Oh,
that
yeah.
One, that one holds a real soft spot. But no, Willow's awesome. I'm just terrified of midgets.
Yeah,
You should be.
They scare me. They're frightening.
Fuck out of me. We have like a zoo, like one of the top zoos in the world is here where I live. I live in Omaha, and we have like one of the top zoos here.
Yeah.
And me and my wife and my kid are here. There's a family full of fucking midgets in front of us. And I'm like sitting there like, oh, and my wife's like,
How'd
hey,
they get
turn
out
around,
of the
turn around.
exhibit?
I turn around, I see these midgets, I'm like, ah, like that, and I scream, and they all like turn and look at me. I'm like pissed ass scared the rest of the time. These midgets tie me up like fucking Gulliver's Travels and shit.
They would like shoot you with the little tiny fucking bow and arrow.
Fucking, I'm scared of midgets, spiders, and roller coasters. Like 3 things, and of course I run into fucking midgets in my own town. I'm just like terrified of them.
The Midwestern pecs. Yeah.
I feel like
man, Peter Dinklage creeps me out, man.
yeah,
He does?
I mean, yeah, he kind of creeps me out too.
You guys are...
Midgets both scare me, but also if I saw like a family of midgets walking down the street, I don't think I could help but like laugh at the way they waddle.
I always remember, and now I'm old, but have you guys seen I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker?
Oh, shit. Which guy was in that one?
That was Keenan Ivory Wayne.
Okay, yeah, I can picture it. It's one of those things that I probably watched a little bit of, and I was like, I need to watch more of this.
Yeah.
And I never got around to it, but I know what you're talking about, man.
Like it's a parody of blaxploitation films, and like earlier in the movie, the mom's like making fun of him getting beat up by a bunch of midgets, and he's like, "A family full of midgets is not kids. That's a gang."
It is a gang. Do you think there's an MS-13 version, like a midget version, MS-13?
Yeah, but is it instead of like MS? You know, MS-13 is probably uppercase. Is there MS lowercase?
Yes, a lowercase 13.
Only thing I give Peter Dinklage props is it was alluded to that he was fucking Melissa McCarthy in the movie The Boss, and I ain't gonna lie to you, Melissa McCarthy's fucking hot to me. Fat or
Nice.
thin, I don't care. I'd do her.
Get it?
She's actually pretty attractive. I don't
you-
typically.
Do you think he definitely was banging her? She has like a...
Well, just in the movie. I mean, in real
Oh,
life,
in the
no,
movie. Oh.
Yeah, in the movie he was banging her. So it's like, man, why can't I play the part of this fucking midgets? I'll tell you, can put shoes on my fucking knees. I'll play.
Oh, you gotta get your waddle down. There's a certain like
I've seen it.
uneven weight distribution and low center of gravity that isn't meant to be natural, and so they're.
What do you think? There's a lot of midget sex workers.
Yeah, I
There's
think
a lot
it's
of midget porn out there.
yeah. There's a ton. I feel like it's a niche enough category where if you're a midget, there's very few jobs that you can look to be a part of. Maybe acting or porn, which kind
Entertainment,
of
anything.
checks both boxes.
You could fight people at bars.
and then like
Yeah,
file
midget
lawsuits.
Yeah.
Under the Big Top. That was the name of the porn I saw with all the midgets when I was younger.
Under the big
Under the Big Top. the midget porn where it was like take place in the circus.
Oh, of course it did. Do you remember that show in the early 2000s, like 2001 probably? It was like the Man versus Beast, and they had they had 50 midgets carrying pulling an airplane against an elephant pulling an airplane. So they're like, and this elephant's like, it was great.
One of my favorite movies from the 80s is called Under the Rainbow. It's Chevy Chase and Princess Leia. What's the Carrie Fisher movie?
Carrie Fisher.
And it's got all these midgets, like, because they're like trying to look for a killer during the filming of The Wizard of Oz. And the poster, it would never get released to this day. It's like, way down low under the rainbow, Chevy Chase and 1,000 midgets are looking for something. And it's got the little midget that was in everything. I can't think of his name. Billy Bartley. And he's got a gun pointed at Chevy Chase's crotch because, he's a midget, of course. The movie's awesome. I showed it to my kid like a few years ago, and he's just laughing his ass off. And it was like, this movie would not get made nowadays. No
Damn. Yeah, I mean...
Check it out. It's called Under the Rainbow.
Under the Rainbow. They're supposed to be called something that's not midget, but it's like, when was the last time there was an update on what we're supposed to say?
I feel like
midgets to me, man.
I don't think midgets they're not lobbying hard enough to get,
because they're not in government, they're in entertainment and
various
people all over the place spread apart.
We should start a criminal organization where we start to plant midgets in different governments,
like
and
Fight
industries,
Club?
Like Fight Club, but it's and I don't know what their end goal would be, but just for midget recognition and
blow up the world.
Blow up the world, maybe because they're so small, it condenses the amount of wisdom that's in their brains, and it just
oh god,
they just get to like a different echelon of intelligence.
They're probably smarter.
What's that reality show? Amish Mafia? Just get Midget Mafia.
Midget Mafia.
They're fucking awesome. They'd just be shooting people in the dicks.
Yeah, they're just
just kneecapping people.
Right in the dick.
Fuck yeah.
He's blowing out your knees like, dude, aim higher, odd job.
Awesome.
Do you know the guy that played that was what's his face? Speaking of midgets with guns, the guy that he was in Austin Powers and he played Random Task and he killed some guy in prison, or he killed somebody and then he killed somebody in prison, right?
No, I just mentioned him. Joe Song was his name. He's the guy that got hit in the dick about 9 times by Keith Hackney in the UFC. Yeah, like gang raped some girl, went to prison, then he killed a guy in prison. Because I remember interviewing somebody, and I was like, hey, and you did this movie with Joe Song, and he was like a real bad man. And the guy was like, oh, yeah, whatever happened to Joe Song? He was like, oh, he's rotting away in prison right now. Like, oh, I didn't know that.
Like, he's in jail, he raped and murdered, and I don't want to talk about this line of questioning.
Who was he in Austin Powers? He was the
midget.
Odd Job.
Random Task, yeah.
No, not
it was Random Task. He threw the shoe.
He was the shoe. Whose shoes he threw? Who throws the shoe?
He did more than shoe throwing in his off days.
Well, the midget was Vern Troyer. He's fucking dead too.
Yeah, that was relatively recently.
He had a drug problem, right?
No, I think it was just complications of being a midget.
It was? No, he had a drug problem.
Midget drug problem?
Midget drug problem. He had a little drug problem.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to cut that weed or cut that heroin.
Yeah, well, it's probably heroin.
He didn't know his dosage.
He couldn't do his fractions.
I remember he was on that Surreal Life show with China. China was fucking hot to me. I don't care what anybody says. And yeah, she would always call him a midget, and he'd get mad. He's like, I'm a little person. It's like, this bitch is going to fucking kill you one of these days because you're both on drugs.
I'm a little person.
Yeah, they were... a lot of people in the UFC, or not UFC, WWE are on drugs. And the UFC. They're all on drugs because...
It should be Midget UFC.
Midget UFC. I'd watch that. I've seen a midget fight before.
I've never seen a midget fight club. I think
the Peacock Network they need new more shows because they're a new network. Mm-hmm. I think they should get heavily involved in like early 2000s reality TV type of stuff like that, like stunt casting.
You'd bring people out for that.
Yeah, like the Man versus Beast. Bring it back. It was on Fox, but they could put it on NBC and call it something else and put it on Peacock or whatever NBC and just fucking go nuts with them. This little fight, a little fist of fury. Fist of Fury. Because boxing is dead.
Got the new Saved by the Bell, the new class or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do definitely need midgets.
They 100% need midgets. All right,
Just
we're
go
gonna
by the
reboot
belt.
show starring Peter Dinklage and so there's all midget main cast. So Peter Dinklage,
Vern Troyer.
no, he's dead. I
Okay.
mean, the
Okay,
guy
Okay,
Warwick
name-
Davis,
Name me another midget that's still alive.
Warwick Davis
Fucking
and
Peter Dinklage.
Vern Troyer. No, God damn it! I fucked up. God damn it! Warwick Davis and what's his face from Game of Thrones again? What's his name?
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. Okay, which shows would they? What shows would they be in? If they rebooted
Twins.
as that, what's that?
Twins.
Twins. How about
Trading Places.
A Different World?
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. TV show which one have the flip up glasses?
Yeah. Well, cause when have you ever seen a show that's all little people, all midgets, whatever they're called?
Wizard of Oz.
No, there were human cast too. They weren't the main characters. They were
There was humans cast.
They were-
saying they're not.
Oh
humans.
shit! God damn it!
You ever watch Wizard of Oz? Fucked up. It's terrifying.
No,
That movie used to scare the shit out of me as
it's
a kid.
creepy, man.
Not a fan.
Human cast.
No, me neither.
I'm not editing that.
I'd like to see them take a spin at Lethal Weapon.
Yeah,
Like Die Hard.
anything with cops could be pretty funny because they're very small.
Oh, you could still get Wee Man from Jackass.
Is he
Oh.
alive?
Yeah,
he's
surprisingly. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, that's 3.
Yeah.
Anything with 3 main characters they can do. Why is there
Yeah,
no
but
there's never been a really famous female midget entertainer.
Oh yeah,
right?
Bridget the Midget. She did all that porn back in the fucking 90s. She
All right,
was
well,
starting
I
at
mean
the time.
mainstream,
Oh yeah, no.
Bridget
like
the
non-porn. Yeah, you're right about her.
Yeah.
Did she have regular sized boobs?
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm terrified of them people. I don't watch that stuff.
Bridget the Midget.
There was a rumor that out here in Virginia that there was like a village that had it was like a midget village. I used to be fascinated
Oh my
by it.
Oh God.
I don't think it was real though. But wouldn't that terrify you? Like even if someone drove by there, would you be like scared? Well, he's pulled up a picture of Bridget the midget.
Bridget the Midget. Oh my God. Bridget the Midget.
She got-
Powers porn star facing prison. Alleged stabbing.
Oh.
Where'd she stab a guy in the dick? Is this fucking... Did she? All right, I once learned how to stab, like the proper way to stab on a plane, like from
Out
a
of
guy
all-
in the plane,
out
not
of all
how to stab
places.
on a plane. But like I was going to L.A. and there was this guy from Long Beach, or I was flying back, one or the other, and he's just telling me all these stories, and they didn't fit with each other to the point where they had to fit with each other because there's no way he would have made them all up. He didn't seem like he was that clever. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna believe everything. He's like, I was in a gang and like, let me tell you something. He's like, puts his hand on my shoulder. Oh, sorry, that was your bad shoulder.
It was.
And it's just like, you got to twist while you're thrusting. It's like, oh, so like this, and we're both like mimicking stabbing on a fucking airplane. I was like, yeah, like that, like jump, yeah.
Well,
So that's what I wonder if she did that with her like small fat arm.
Do you think you'd have to charge more or less for a midget porn star?
Less.
I'm thinking more. I think
More.
it's niche enough that people will be like, oh, you know what I want tonight, honey? I want to get me some midgets and like do a fucking 3-way with a midget.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys are right. I just think that there's less of them, so there'd be less demand.
Oh, yes. I had the tranny trick porn pulled on me, man.
You had a tranny porn? Did you own it?
No, like.
Did
with
you
my
review it
wife,
for Movie
but-
Graveyard?
I was dating at the time. I was dating my wife, and I had a buddy that was like super into that. And he's like, "Man, I got a hot porn," and he sold it so well. And I stole it, and I've done it to other people. I don't know who's on it now. I've lost track. Man, I got this hot girl on girl action and all that. You should borrow this and all that. And my wife at the time, she's my girlfriend at the time. Her parents are gone. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna grab this movie. This is gonna work and all that because he sold it so well.
Yeah.
I was like, hon, let's watch this movie. It's girl on girl, and I'm watching it. We go about a half hour into this movie before anything happens. Yep, the pants come off. Here comes the old dick. So it wasn't tranny. It was a hermaphrodite. So I apologize.
Whoa!
And And I grabbed that fucking phone, and the minute I dial his number, the minute like it rings once, and the answer is like, son of a bitch. So then I did it to somebody, and then I know they did. So this tape must be on like, well, there's no VHS anymore. Let's got transferred to DVD.
Someone. It's such a good prank that someone made the effort of transferring it to a DVD.
I did. I got to my friend. I was like, hey, Mike, you gotta see this. These girls are so hot. Oh man, you and your girlfriend are gonna lie. I sold it just as good. And I don't get that fucking thing out of my house, so I gave it to him. And then I remember getting the same call, you motherfucker, like that.
That's amazing.
I know.
Oh my God.
Still be going strong 20 years later.
The payoff is that it's like you don't find out until it's 25, 30 minutes in where you're like,
every bit of 25, 30 minutes before, and by then you're like ready to go, and it's like, yeah, oh my God.
It's like, boing, boing. Was it a big old dick too?
No, that's what even made it. Maybe the big dick would have been more tolerable. This was like creepy, like deformed pinky fingers.
Oh, like a wretched fucking Frankenstein nose.
ooh, yeah. I feel like that comes with the territory. Like
Hermaphrodites? Do you know a lot about hermaphrodites?
I'm just going out on a limb here, thinking that
They're going out on a limb too.
yeah, it's like God shouldn't have created those. So it's like there's going to be a problem upstairs or downstairs, and I feel like it's going to lean towards downstairs because they got the boobs.
God shouldn't have created those, he says.
Have either of you seen the horror movie Sleepaway Camp?
Sleepaway Camp.
No, I'm already afraid of camping.
Okay, I won't ruin anything. Just watch Sleepaway Camp, or at least Google Sleepaway Camp last 10 minutes and watch that.
Okay.
Is there going to be hermaphrodites?
There's something in there, man.
Oh.
If it's even a long hermaphrodites,
I will watch hermaphrodites. What are they called now? Because I think it changed too. Hermes?
That's what I was leaning towards. If you didn't say it, I was. So I'm glad it's been said.
Oh, I think it's called intersex. Look it up.
Intersex.
I think it's like in the... Yeah.
Could Hermaphrodite have sex with themselves, though? Because, like, I mean, if you could, that ain't a bad gig.
No.
Bad gig.
You can just get yourself
Really
off
not.
with the real deal as much as possible.
I mean,
Hey,
not if
just
it had the real deal. Like, if you got to be able to fold it. But you'd have to fold it hard, though, and that would hurt.
You can angle yourself.
You'd have to angle your pussy or something. Maybe you could work your clit with it.
You can do your leg tuck or whatever. It can be done.
You got to do a lot of yoga.
Yeah,
They want to be called intersex.
Well, yeah, while many animal species are known to be hermaphroditic, for humans, the term hermaphrodite is no longer considered polite or politically correct. Who cares? They prefer to be known as intersex or persons with intersex conditions. I think I would probably go with intersex over, I'm a person with...
Intersex!
Is it a bird? It's a plane? No, it's intersex, man.
Yeah, I would be wanting to be called intersex instead of the persons with intersex conditions. Hermaphrodite is like, yeah, I'm a hermaphrodite. Whatever.
I mean, it sounds
But
cooler.
intersex is like, bada. You go like an I and you dot it, you're like intersex.
I'm intersex. What you want? The clit or the clit or the claw?
Oh my god. We're horrible. What have you done to us, Corey G?
What have I what?
What have you done to us?
I don't do anything to Hermaphrodite.
Patreon.com/Degenerate Nation. So patreon.com/Degenerate Nation. Do you have a Patreon page to plug?
Not yet. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
answering text.
That's all right.
I wish I had one.
Oh, I wish I had $1 million.
What am I gonna have? What am I gonna offer them? Hey, you know what? For $10, I'll say thank you.
Yeah.
That might be enough. I don't know.
Yeah, we had a funny thing happen. My friend is, I think he pledged to us while drunk, like while wasted. And then so I saw the other day he like decreased his pledge. It's like, no, my money is gone.
I'll eventually start one. I mean, what do you give people? Like, I see some people like, for $1 says thank you, but $2 you can pick a movie we cover. It's like, what
Fuck
the
that.
fuck? What big deal? I wouldn't pay you shit.
Why are they
I'd send you
producing
a
the
tweet,
show
you
for
should talk about
$2?
this
You know,
movie,
they're essentially a show producer if you're doing that.
Yeah, honestly.
We joked that like Patrice is gonna
I
be
did
on a
as a
nude
gag
calendar
years
and
ago.
stuff. What's that?
Years ago, I did like a bit where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna self-graph photos of myself in a wrestling mask, and I actually put them up, and I sold 5 of them, and they were all the dudes. So I was like, okay, this promotion is fucking done right here. Backed out.
Yeah. Well, I always joke that I'll do like a nude calendar shoot or like as close to nude as
It's
possible.
happening. Our
And
source wants it to happen.
I would absolutely follow through.
I'd do it. For the money, I would do it. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're getting paid, it ain't exploitation.
There you
So
go.
we saying that the current prize for our top Patreon at patreon.com/thegeneration, which is now $13 a month. So you got to beat $13 a month to get the calendar, and we haven't decided when we're giving it away yet, but it's happening. Like Patrice is gonna get naked. I'm gonna have a photographer take the pictures because I have shaky hands, so I'd be like, "Brr, brr, 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 brr," and it would go blurry and shit. And they don't want that because
No.
they gave their hard money to us
and
for this calendar.
they want to see, what goes on behind the scenes. There's going to be maybe a pose where I'm covering with just a football over that area. And then maybe there can be an astronaut helmet themed one.
Yeah.
That's, each picture, maybe we'll like a little bush slip. The ideas are endless. Really.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Corey, do you know any photographers?
Not for something like that, I don't. But hey,
All right.
iPhones, man, they work wonders.
I know a photographer. I don't know anyone around here that. No, actually, I do know one. I don't think he would do it though, even if I paid him.
I know a wedding photographer, but that
Would they do it?
probably not.
Why?
Maybe, what if you put a top hat on the tip of your dick? Then maybe they'd do it.
Yeah. And then if it needs to be a wedding, because you can't marry yourself, we can just get another dick and dress it up like a bride, and then we can saber fight for the kiss your bride.
I want. Yeah, just which month? One random month. This is gonna be like.
February.
February is the
Romantic.
black month.
This
It's
is
like
for
Patrice
this
and like
is
9
for
black
Wakanda.
guys. 9 black guys. The crossing swords, Wakanda forever. Oh god.
The visualizations.
Oh, is that worse than your fucking my things saying that there's some human people in the
No, I don't think
Wizard
that's.
of Oz?
I don't think that's worse.
Or whatever you said about hermaphrodites.
Hermes.
Hermes.
What if Hermes get herpes?
Corey, we're gonna do something special. Next time you're on, we're gonna let you pick the topic that we meander away from. We will talk about literally anything. What's that?
I gotta pitch my TGI Friday. Fucking, what do you call it? I'll have to save that for the next one. The TGI.
Yeah, the
Friday
crossover.
Human trafficking crossover. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been writing that script, man. I'm writing another script right now called "Keep the Change."
Fucking keep the change.
Never.
Yeah, it's about a cop that every time he kills someone, he doesn't get the line right. And keep the change at the end when he hits the guy and beats him to death with a roll of quarters, and they go flying. He goes, "Keep the change."
All right. Well,
Because you have to get it where the cop comes in and he fucking beats the guy down or something, just randomly goes, "It's just been revoked." And then the other cop yells at him because he can't get the fucking kill phrase right. So yeah, I'm working on that with. I'll do a name drop. I'm actually working on that with Paul London, who used to wrestle for WWE. We're trying to figure it out, and he's had like great visions of a guy getting beat to death in a Street Fighter cabinet, and then you stealing the quarters when you say "keep the change."
Keep the change.
so he's got to have nasty habits too.
It's just been revoked.
It's just been revoked. Well, I can assure you, your guest pass on Degeneration Podcast will never be revoked.
Absolutely not.
Because you're a fucking great guest and a great man. And you guys need to check out movie. God damn it!
Okay, on my end, everything froze.
Oh yeah, can you hear me though? Hey, we had a technical difficulty. Corey, where can they find your website again?
There you go. Yeah. My website is the Movie Graveyard, www.mvegraveyard.com. find me on Facebook, moviegraveyard.com, Twitter at thesemoviegraveyard.com, hosting the new podcast /Me Baby One More Time with Cherry Moon Zombie.
Oh yes, Cherry Moon.
Cherry Moon.
We're gonna check that out because I also need to watch all the movies you told me to watch, and
Absolutely.
all the people that listen to us. So all 19 of them are going to watch these movies and report back to me. If you want to reach Degenerate Nation, it's Degenerate Nation Podcast on Instagram, Degenerate Show on Twitter, degeneratnation@gmail.com, and the Facebooks are Degenerate Nation Podcast and Degenerate Nation. So I hope you've enjoyed Corey G's triumphant return. We're going to have him back very, very soon. And we're going to have a cardboard cutout of him appear in my room naked. And that's going to be really good. And all right, well, you guys have a good time. Bye.